Hello viewers, welcome to yet another exciting episode of the EduTech Show with Henry. Of course, I am here at Best Buddies Academy, the school which has actually seen these learners gather today in a special way where they are celebrating their careers day. Inspired by my dad is their theme. Careers Day inspired by my dad, yet we need to see what fathers have to offer on this Careers Day. We have various talks, different activities. These are the things that you are supposed to hear from your own father.
So we have we'll have presentations from baby class and middle class. Then after that we're going to have some live music. Then we can have maybe an opening of our spa, with our parents, that's our fathers and mothers that have escorted their children. Then from that, we're going to have a panel interaction where we're going to invite our guest speakers for the day, where we'll be having a discussion or interaction on with the topic career options and opportunities.
We are here to present about the continents and the oceans. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. There are 7 continents in the world: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. Continents are divided by oceans, and there are 5 oceans in the world: Antarctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Pacific Ocean. This is our presentation. Thank you for.
I won't add much. I'm the father to my I won't add much. I'm the father to my Natasha, and Miravan, and they are proud pupils of this school. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I just have a few questions for our first guest speaker. Can you please tell us what is your current profession or occupation?
Okay, thank you so much. So, if you saw me when I came in, I was putting on a suit. Okay? I am a veterinarian by profession. Okay?
Nice.
That's what I call, I think, my main profession. Okay? Then, as a side hustle, I'm a lawyer.
A side hustle. Did you hear that? So he's a veterinarian by profession, and his side hustle is being a lawyer. I'm challenged. Amazing. So how did you get into the field of being a veterinarian?
Okay, so my parents, my father is from Muchinga province, okay. Then my mother is a southerner. So most of my childhood, I grew up in southern province. So in southern province, you know, that's a land of animals and whatnot. Yeah, so I became exposed to dealing with animals at a very young age. And I think that's where the passion developed. But suffice to say that when we were growing up, you know, we never had opportunities like Best Buddies is giving to our children, where as early as 3 years, 4 years, a child can start thinking of what they would want to become. You know, us growing up, we were thinking of becoming pilots, we want to become an engineer. Sometimes you wouldn't even know what you are talking about. But I think with time it shaped up, and that's how I became a veterinarian. And then for my side hustle, I think it's also the section that I work for in the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock. We deal a lot with legal issues, so it was a challenge for me. So I decided to go that route so that I was able to to deliver, my services well in the section that I am. And basically that's who I am.
Can you describe a typical day in your job? It can either be in your side hustle or as a veterinarian.
Okay, so as a veterinarian, a typical day is there are two sides to it. Okay, there is the official work where you basically are dealing with disease when you report for work. Okay, basically because you are at headquarters and whatnot, you are looking at the disease situation in the country where there is a problem, where you want to avoid that there's no problem. So those are the things that we do. Where there are problems, we are trying to fix the problem. Where you don't want a problem to go, you want to make sure the problem doesn't go there. If you notice this week, for example, at the Livingston Expo, I think there was an announcement that, for example, Zambia will be starting to export beef and things like that. So at the moment, our typical day is just to ensure that the country is ready for such. Yeah, so that is at the office. Then on a weekend like this one, I'll be at a friend's farm or a client's farm, just helping them to ensure that disease control programs on their farms are running, they have healthy animals, minimize losses, and then they get value for what they have.
Okay, yeah, welcome to Best Buddies. And it's indeed an honor to have parents here, always supporting the kids. We are privileged actually at Best Buddies because every time we call upon the parents, you do show up. It's not something that we can take for granted because most of the times, being a Saturday like today, people want to go to the gym. There are so many kitchen parties, weddings, church events and all that, but you chose to come here. So please, a round of applause to the parents and the guardians, the sponsors who are here. Yeah, we don't take that for granted. Thank you very much. Yeah, so today is Careers Day, as we've been told, and I can see so many uniforms, so many smart and different looking professionals right in front of me. You guys look amazing. A big kind of a big hand for yourselves. Zambia Police, who helped? Miss Police, who helped you with this nice police uniform?
It's my mom.
Thank you so very much. So let me pick the side of law. During my childhood, I think must have been the time between early and late 80s into early 90s. If you recall, I think that was the time when we lived during the time of KK. And that environment was pretty much volatile and it was more of, for lack of better term, we were, under one party state means people didn't have much to do with governance and involvement into social issues. So I grew up in an environment where almost on a daily basis, I saw people being mistreated in so many ways, people being rounded up. My father was one of those people that would run around during I think they were the MMD and pursuing multi-partism. So it was where on a daily basis you would see police come and people would be mistreated in the streets. In other words, people basically never had a say. So at that point I began to call myself, say, what can I do to change the narrative? What can I do to contribute? And I remember one day when I had an opportunity with my father, he told me something. He asked me, Major, what do you want to do when you grow up? It was funny because then I responded, I want to be president. And the big man laughed to himself and told me, no, you can be president, but you have to pick a career, you have to pick a profession. And then around about that time, he began to tell me about so many careers. To narrow it down, he mentioned medicine, pilots, accountants, and then he came closer to law. Just when he began to talk about law, and we were fluent by then, I think, of an uncle who was then a lawyer. So I said, I want to do that. I want to actually come and make change, and law seems to be actually the place that I can be able to actually do the change that I want to contribute to my society. So that's basically a nutshell of what actually inspired me and made me to be what I am today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isabel.
Well, I've always been in love with numbers, I would say. It's been numbers since I was a kid. I love solving puzzles and, of course, helping people. Yeah. I grew up in this Christian background where even if it's your brother, you really have to do better. When I say brother, it basically means your neighbor. Your neighbor is your brother. So my parents made such values of me. So my love for math as well as helping people took me in that direction for trying to see how best I can help companies. Yeah. Now you can imagine as a tax accountant, what happens is when you contribute your taxes, it goes a long way to help you building schools, building roads. But my interest is in trying to understand to say how best can I contribute so that what is being paid to the government is the right amount, not too much and not too little. So it's about making the numbers make sense, and for the kids, those who love numbers, they love solving puzzles, helping others, like we've seen from best buddies, I think most around the stories about being courteous to other people. I have a feeling that my background probably relates to most of them, looking at this foundation that you laid for them to become who they want to be. It's the lawyers. I've seen a lot of people looking like lawyers already, and doctors and surgeons. So for me, I found myself going into accounts because of I have the numbers, and I would love all these kids here to take something from that.
What obstacles have you faced in your career, and how have you managed to overcome them?
Oh, thank you very much for that question. Well, I would like to begin from the beginning. Yeah, my obstacles have been quite many. First of all, choosing the career, those were the challenge. My mom wanted me to pursue medicine. My dad wanted me to pursue mechanical engineering. But what is this? But I ended up where I am because of what I loved, right? And the good part is, despite my parents wanting me to do pursue different careers, they were supportive in my choice. Now, like I said, if you want to please two parents, which one should I go medicine, should I go mechanical engineering? That was, of course, told at the beginning, but ultimately they supported me when I decided to do economics at the time, and of course accounts. That from there you find, of course, fees to go to school. You can see 4 years. That's a lot of financial investment. Although there were challenges, where you want to be given so the way to the funds for the next steps. But so that's just one of the every challenge. But you still keep pushing, like you said, it's about starting. Once you start and you're determined to do what you want to do, regardless of the number of years that might pass or the time, you still get there. Yeah, I think I learned a lot from our current president with his trials in elections, but he's here. So it encourages me, and of course it encourages a lot of other people who look at it. I can be the president even after 40 years. It's a possibility. So other than that though, when you go to now actually being an accountant, because I have not practiced much of economics, because after that I decided to do accounts, then the experience has been in accounts. So in accounting, of course, has been challenges in terms of working with people, Yeah, you find that if you don't sell your vision to your team, you're bound to fail. And I learned that the hard way, where you just you got the idea, or got the end, but you fail to communicate how to get there. Yeah, the vision has not been sold properly, the roadmap has not been made clear. I found I had a challenge in speaking with people. I had a problem with communicating, and it's a real problem with most people. I envy lawyers, by the way. They speak so eloquently, but for us, we have to work extra hard. Also, you told me that we were to get there, but yeah. So I struggle a bit with communicating with people, and I think people will tell me the most brilliant people are like that. But I don't know if I'm brilliant, yeah? But I can see a lot of brilliant people here, so I will tap some of the knowledge. So I had to overcome such challenges in terms of speaking to people, even communicating with people in leadership to say, I need this to get done, but how to approach them was a problem. So I would struggle in my early years, or in my early career, say, you don't know how to communicate with people to get things done, but I had to work through that, right? So I would say, and of course, at some point I also struggled with time management. I consider all these as obstacles in moving from where I was to where I am. You find that before I was telling you I planned before, yeah, and I had to let that out because I would just come in and find there's this to be done, there's this to be done, and I wasn't planning my time properly or managing it well. I found that I don't get things done. It hindered my progress at the beginning, where you are overlooked to say you cannot communicate your ideas at first, you cannot get things done efficiently, so why should we move you from where you are to the next level? So those were, in terms of communication and management, were a big challenge, but I had to find a solution to it, and yeah, this is what I do now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Lord. I'll borrow his word. That's what he said is very, very important. Start. Starting is important. It gets easier as you go along. Right now, life is hard, exams are hard. Just start. Start by preparing. Start by coming to class. Start by studying. Just start. Wherever you are not starting January to March, January. Start. You're never late to start studying, you're never late to start pushing. That is critical, and I love that he said it because it's one of the key principles that has also been part of me. So to the learners, I would say you are destined for greatness. All of you. Right now you are wearing different uniforms. I heard one was wearing a police uniform and said, I want to be something else. I forgot it.
Where could you find a firefighting uniform?
Right. It's
My daughter.
no. All right. Well, I said I want to be a firefighter. Right now, your options are so endless. You've got so much ahead of you to achieve. You become better people than Dad and myself and your teachers. Some of you will be presidents, will be my boss. So what I would like to say is be determined, keep learning, consult where you don't know, it is important. But most importantly, and I'm going back to the first word I said, start. It is important. And that DA says it starts everything with a prayer. It's about starting. Start from something.
You guys are wonderful and beautiful. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep instilling the same discipline in these youngsters. Like you can see, so many careers, so many professions here. And even politicians will be our boss at some point here. So just continue doing what you're doing. Sometimes also is to root yourself and anchor yourself that you found to be right. And I think based by this, you have found this niche of a market. These are your learners. Keep it up, keep doing it, and we'll keep supporting your spirits. And keep inviting us more food projects. Thanks very much, guys. Those of you are writing exams, all the best. Grade 7 exam is the first of its kind. one where you need to actually give a statement. So please go and make that statement, make it proud. If I should encourage you once more, I must have beaten copper belt at the time I wrote this thing. And I was privileged, I was supported to go to Mukuba, because I did it in Kitchen. From Mukuba, again I beat them. I was privileged to actually be told them to come and represent copper belt at the Kaunda. So the possibilities, what you can do, the opportunities are just back there for you to actually tap into. So all the best the grade 7s and everybody else, all the best, and just keep up what you're doing. Thank you so much.
My name is Mr. Karamazar from Best Buddies Academy, and when I grow up, I'll become a veterinarian. And what I learned about today is that you can do anything you want unless you put your mind to it and if you believe in yourself.
My name is Miss Amani Matasa from Best Buddies Academy, and my career is an actress and a director. What I learned about a career today is that you can be anything you want if you put your mind to it.
My name is Mr. Ricky Chaja from Best Buddies Academy. Today is Careers Day and Father's Day. My career is a businessman and an entrepreneur. What I know about career is a lifetime goal that you work for your entire life until you retire. That's all I know about careers.
My name is Miss Natasha Nakawala Simanza from Best Buddies Academy. I am a Year 7 student and today I'm just as a veterinarian. What I learned today is that I can do anything through hard work.
I have Mr. Chile, Mr. Suke Chile. Should I finish it like that?
Yes.
Okay, so that's Mr. Suke Chile. He's the father to Mr. Perez. So you're welcome, sir. I'm your host, Miss Walia. So I would love to ask you to just introduce yourself so that the audience can get to know you.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would love to give thanks to the school leadership, management for giving us this privilege to come and share with the kids. Thank you so much. Kids, put your hands together for the school. Alright, so just like the teacher said here, so my full names are Suke Martin Chile, Jr. Yeah, so those are my full names. I think I'll start first with the challenges. I think the market has been saturated with different real estate companies, which sometimes make it very difficult to be just normal. You have to be, lack of a better term, unusual. You have to be exception in what you do. And also the other challenging part of my business is that there are a lot of real estate agents or companies that are not licensed. So when people get swindled, people get scammed, or I'll use maybe another term for my best buddies, or maybe people get lied to. When people steal, they steal from them in the real estate industry. It makes it a little bit difficult because everyone looks at us to be the same. And the rewarding aspect of this business is that when you build trust, you are truthful to your clients. Your clients will always give you referrals. There are rewards. We build deeper connections, and which gives us more opportunities. So that's the rewarding aspect of being in real estate.
I would say the event was a success. It was overwhelming. The turnout was amazing, and everything was just in sync. Even just, we just thank God for how even the program lineup just went, because everything was a success and was on point. Thank you so much.
All right, our dearest viewers, you've just heard it for yourself. That is what we call success. If success was an event, this is what we call success. Such an event where learners got to learn a few things, where their careers, choosing their careers actually starts with Best Buddies Academy. It has been me, your host, Henry Mdenda, on the EduTech. Join me on next time at the very same channel, Lumen TV, channel 101 Top Star, as well as on Facebook, Lumen TV Z. It's bye for now. Of course, our dearest viewers, I'm sure you've enjoyed the talks by fathers of their own children. This is one of the activities of its kind where we've seen fathers speaking to their children, motivating them. We've seen lawyers spoken, doctors have spoken, of course. We've seen accountants, we've seen veterinary, doctors who have just given out what they had in their hearts out to their learners, and we've seen learners participated in various activities. This is something that cannot just go without being talked about. I just thought of talking about it. I'm sure you've enjoyed, just like I did. I'm sure these are the things that you and I can do next time on the same show, The EduTech with Henry. From me, it's bye-bye. Until next time.